tonight. I'm waiting on y'all to filter on in. I'm excited on this Tuesday, y'all. I'm not gonna be on here long, and when I say that a lot, but I promise you, tonight is not gonna be a long live. I literally went all in the last two lives, and tonight I have some things to do behind the scenes. But I knew I needed to show up for the purpose, the gifting, the mission, the assignment that God has placed over my life. And I'm just excited, y'all, because God always gives me a word. He always gives me what I need to speak to the hearts of his victorious ones. And I never take that for granted, y'all. I love what I get to do for God. It's just like the love of my life is what I do for God. And that's to come up here each and every day, y'all, for the most part, and give y'all a word that God has given me. Hey there, Armstead. How you doing on tonight? Welcome back. I remember that you were on last night's live, if I'm not mistaken. God gave me a word, y'all, so I'm showing up to give y'all the word because God say there are victorious ones that need these words. There are victorious ones that's for real in this season about growth. And I'm excited because God say, just show up for my kingdom. Talking to y'all about what he told me. Because he said there are victorious ones that are rising up from their old mindset, their old settling. God say they are rising up, daughters. So you got to keep coming up here and reminding them of why they are here. So you're not here by accident. You're here by intentionality. My assignment is to literally drive it forth to remind you of your identity as a victorious one. And you will never regret. Y'all hear me out now. Taking this time in your life to say, I'm going to let that go. Whatever you used to watch, whatever you used to listen to, you letting that old go so that you can align to receive the new mindset. That is what it come down to. You have to get the new mindset. The new mindset is in Christ Jesus, and that's what's going to give you the victory to be the victorious you. So I'm excited because for those of y'all that's really looking for a change, that's really looking for growth, God really sent y'all here for purpose, on purpose, so that you will know you're not in this by yourself. I have the same testimony as some of y'all. My past used to be like, I didn't know how to rise up. I didn't know how to be the authentic me. But as God has refined me, y'all, and I'm still in process, I'm still in work, and that's all of us. But I'm no longer the me that was sitting on the sidelines of my life. I'm no longer the me that waited on the validation of other people. I'm no longer the me that settled. I'm no longer the me that was stuck. And I tell y'all that because if you in that season of feeling stuck, settled, are you waiting on the validation of other people and you like, that's not working for me, talking to you, then this is what God is doing. He's leading you and guiding you and aligning you with what you need. And it's already in you, but he rises up out of you from what you thought you didn't have. And all of y'all that's joining the live on today, I want to welcome y'all. My name is Monica Stokes. I am a kingdom motivational speaker. That is what this channel is for. God has led and guided y'all here for purpose, on purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into this word. And I'm excited on today. Yes. Armstead, I want to tell you, you continue to grow. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so blessed that you're here. Every single one of y'all that I know that's always led and come on here is never by accident. I always have to tell y'all that because I know it's not. All right. God literally told me to tell y'all that this today. It's go time. And it's so fitting because today is St. Patty Day with the green, y'all. Y'all got y'all green on today. It's so fitting. And I didn't think about it till right before I got on this live today. And I just thought about it. Today is St. Patrick's Day, the green, and God gave me this message. It's go time. So related to today with the color green, related to even with you driving in traffic, I give y'all practical ways of looking at it because that's how I learned too. So think about like when you in traffic and it's a green light. What you gonna do when you see the green light? Are you just gonna sit there, meaning you on the side where you get to go, by the way, disclaimer. Are you just gonna sit at the green light? And I'm talking about the light, but I'm talking about your life. Are you just gonna sit there looking when God has given you all the signs, all the confirmation, all the go ahead? Are you just gonna continue to sit there idling? Ooh, looking at the signs, looking at the confirmation, making excuses, complaining, saying, when my time to go? God say, I have given you the green light. And you have to know personally what that green light look like. Green light means you're no longer having to wait on other people to tell you to go for. When you in your car and the light turn green on your side, do you wait on the car next to you, behind you, on the other side of you to tell you to go? Whoo! God say that's the same thing with your life. You do not need to wait on anybody else to give you the green light. He said, I'm giving it to you. Ooh. The beauty in that is you know that you know that you know that you sitting there on red. It played its part. So yes, there's time when you have to pause, regroup, reset. But God said, you've been sitting here long enough. Think about when it's the green light and you haven't moved. More than likely, the person behind you, if you've been sitting there too long, gonna honk their horn. So that's what God is doing on today. This is your reminder, your PSA to yourself, your personal service announcement to yourself. I've been sitting at this green light, and it's telling me to go. Woo! And how does that look for you? It means I'm going to start really believing in myself. I'm really about to start getting on the bandwagon. I'm going to say it. With trusting God. I'm really about to really get focused and putting myself in environments where I'm learning, growing, becoming. I tell y'all these same keys because it works. And I say same because you may hear me say these same things over and over and over again. It's something I learned through my personal coach, Latoya O'Keefe. I have to tell y'all this stuff because that's how I've learned. I have to give people their shout outs. The key to growth is repetition of information, meaning you may have heard this before, but are you applying it? What is the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing, expecting a new result. This right here, what I'm telling y'all, it may not be popular to everybody, but everybody in my Southern slang want growth. Everyone wants elevation. Everybody wants new levels, but everybody is not willing to do what it takes. I'm just being real. Everybody's not willing to let go of the old in order to make room for the new. And when I say let go of the old, meaning the mindset that you have to have for what God has for you. You have to be locked in, lasered in, and you have to go forth even when nobody else. Y'all hear me out now. When nobody else is telling you to go forth, you know you got to go forth. You know you got to remove yourself from old mindsets. You know you have to remove yourself from relationships that is not aligned with who you called to be. You know that you got to start moving in the direction of becoming who God called you to be. Just like I told y'all last night, this is what you have to ask yourself. Is what I'm thinking, is what I'm watching, is what I'm listening to, is any of that aligning to who I want to become? And when you question yourself that and you ask yourself that, and if it's a no, that's when you need to start thinking to yourself, what do I need to do to get rid of that particular mindset, my habit of watching this, listening to that? And that's when you know you for real about growth. Newness, change, transformation takes intentionality. Newness, real newness, real growth, real change, real transformation takes real intentionality. You have to be intentional, even when you don't feel like it. Yes, give yourself grace, but you got to say, I want this so bad that I'm really about to stop listening to stuff that's not talking about what God need me to hear. I said it. I'm going to start watching stuff that's not aligned up with who I'm becoming. Because y'all, you hear me keep saying that? Because that's a big part of who you're becoming, what you pour in your spirit. And at first, yes, it may be a little hard, a little uncomfortable, but that comes with growth. I'm telling you, you rather go through the uncomfortableness of what it takes. Ooh. So that you can see the possibilities of why God needed you to stop watching certain things. Because certain things that you're watching programs you to not believe in yourself. Think about it. Programming. TV. Same thing with what you're watching right here on YouTube. You watching this is helping you program into a new mindset. That's what God did in my life like 6 years ago. He started bringing what I needed to watch and listen to, and the things that I used to watch and listen to, it started not being what I needed to hear. I started getting hungry for the new because I knew God had a new life for me. I knew God had a new identity for me. And no, I didn't see her at the time. But y'all hear my testimony. From the version that I was 5 years ago to the version that I am now, God was working in me, but I had to do the work with God. You say, what does it take? It take you to be for real and say, this me watching this me listening to this, me going here, me settling here, me being stuck here. That's not working for me. So I'm going to start doing what works. And like I said, I'm not going to be on here long tonight, but God said, just show up for the kingdom. Because he said, there's somebody on today in Armstead. If this just for you, I'm excited. Because God said, somebody need the reminder. They're not by themselves. Ooh, they have a kingdom motivational speaker that's right with them on this same growth journey. I'm on this same growth journey with you. And I'm here with you because I know what it felt like when I needed somebody with me. And God didn't fail me. He always had a messenger on my team. And I'm so grateful for that. So I'm here, y'all, a kingdom ambassador, a kingdom messenger. And when I say messenger, I'm an individual that just have been through some things in my life. And God took my mess in my life and he turned it into a message. So that's what my message is. I'm not a prophetic speaker. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a minister. I never proclaim to be any of those things. But I am a kingdom ambassador, meaning I know what it felt like to not be who God called me to be. And God rebuilt me through the things that I've been through. And he has gotten the glory from all of the tears that I cried. So if you in that season and you like, I want to know what it feel like to get the glory, to get the victory, I want to tell you that it's possible. It's possible for you because God says so. Don't allow people of your past that used to say negative stuff about you or even bring up your past to even stop you. Let them stay in the past. Woo! While you go forth becoming everything that God has mission, assigned, and commanded you to be. Victorious. That's the biggest payback that you can give your story. Is you saying to yourself, hey there, is it Damon? Welcome to the live on today. Yes, I want to welcome all of y'all that's still here. I'm going to keep continuously do what God say do, even if it's just God, if it's God and me in on this live. Because God say, be intentional. Because that's sitting there asking what my gift is, talking to you, what my calling is, and you're not pursuing it. I'm not there no more. I'm like, I'm going to pursue it. Whether I stutter sometime, y'all, because I'm not a perfect speaker, but I'm purposed. This is go time for you. However that look for you. Take the baby steps. And those baby steps add up. All right. Y'all believe in yourself by being and becoming intentional who God has called you to be. And I keep saying that because I needed you to hear that again. Who God has told you to be. Yes, there's going to be people out here saying this, that, and the third. Let them be over there. Woo! Let them do what they do over there. Yes, he did. He, and I appreciate that on today, Armstead. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. God took my brokenness, and he's doing that with you too. And you don't have to even announce what God is doing. It becomes apparent through your spirit. I'll never forget my coach, Latoya Kia, said this too. How you doing on today? I'm going to say, Mim. I hope I'm saying that right. Sometimes these YouTube names can be hard to pronounce. They may look better. I'm talking about the external. I'm just gonna be real. Not that I don't love myself, so don't take it like that. But one thing a person can never take away from you is your heart posture, your spirit. So some people may spend time. How you doing on today, Mim? Some people may invest all their money, everything they got on external beauty. Woo! But I want to invest in my inner beauty, my inner spirit, and my heart. That's something nobody can take away from me. And I'm telling y'all the same thing. Hey there, Brother Keith. So while the world outlook is, I'm going to spend all this money on the external. I'm not talking about don't look good. I'm not saying that. I got to be real. So don't take it like that. Instead of investing so much on cosmetic and the fake, I'm happy, I'm the fake, I'm joy with stuff. And yes, I like stuff too, y'all. I like clothes. I like stuff. So I'm not saying that. But we need to invest more in our spirit. Invest more and spend more in our spirit. And what does that mean? We have to be real with ourselves and say, how you doing on today, Phil? And say, you know what? They just offended me, God. And God be like, they offended you because you let them. God said, you know that the enemy going to try to attack you the most, talking to all of us because you're working on your identity. Anytime you start working on certain parts of your life, that's where the enemy start being nitpicky. But that's when you got to start being rich in spirit. And he can't get you when you're rich in spirit. Y'all hear me out now? Woo! Are you perfect spiritual? No. But there's something about being sharp in spirit. Some things, y'all, that used to get me down, that used to keep me in my feelings, God developed what's called, I call it victorious ones tough. I remember about a year ago, God gave me that. Those of you new to the channel. So God causes us to have a good heart, a refined heart, but he also gives you tougher skin for the kingdom. And for over here is victorious ones tough. How you doing on today, 3/9/19? Victorious ones tough is just because they over there persecuting, throwing rocks at your name, don't understand your light, that don't mean that something wrong with you or you doing it wrong. In the word, there's a verse that says, they don't like you for my name's sake. I'm about to look it up, y'all. Y'all just give me a second. I have my laptop over here. And what that means is for having Jesus, living for God, Jesus, they not going to like you. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And I appreciate all y'all that's still on here. God gave me this word. So I said, I got to give it to y'all. Ooh. And I want, like I said, once again, appreciate all of y'all that just keep showing up. God told me to come up here today. Yes, he said, I'm going to build you victorious ones tough through that thing. It's in Matthew chapter 10, verse 22 and 24. It reads, y'all, and they shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endures in the end shall be saved. So we have to know that comes with the identity of being victorious. I don't care how nice you are, how friendly, how loving. Everybody is not going to agree with your spirit and your energy. But God said, you know what? They cannot take what I have given you. So don't allow your heart to be hardened because others want to persecute, say this, that, and the third. Let them talk while you stay busy on your assignment and your position of growth. because it's going to surprise you that what used to bother you or ruffle your feathers, you're going to say, oh, that's expected. Not that you better than anybody else, but now you have uncovered and veiled and unburied what it means and what it looked like to really be a child of God. Because now, your light is shining. I'm talking about the love that you carry. God say, carry it, appreciate it, and don't allow anybody to steal it because they can't. Y'all continue to go forth. God say, this is not the time and this is not the season for you to keep giving up. Talking to y'all. Meaning throwing in the towel, saying it's over for me. I'm just excited you here. I am. I knew God was going to keep sending the right ones to the channel. And that's why I come up here and I do what God tell me to do. God say, even if it's God, me and you, daughter, I need you to tell the world what I put in you. And like I said, I never proclaimed that I'm no pastor, no prophetess, no different names. I'm never saying I'm any of that. I am a kingdom child of God, just like y'all, that has just woken up to my identity. And God woke me up and he let me know that my God-given assignment is to remind and to speak into the hearts of his victorious ones. And I sometimes close my eyes like this, y'all, because I get to tearing up. Because when you start understanding why you went through some of the stuff you went through, you start to recognize it was for the glory, for the gifting, for the calling. It's really true. When you done been through some stuff, depressing, you say, oh, now I see why I went through all of that. And that's where I'm at in life now, y'all. I finally see why I went through all of what I went through. Meaning, I didn't know how to be victorious. But God has given me my story. God has given me a new identity. So that's the same thing with you. If you're now rising and waking up, becoming and understanding your identity as a victorious one, don't sleep on her any longer. Do not sleep on him any longer. Yes, it's going to be a process. Yes, you're going to cry some tears. But it's only after a little while. I did a word on that before, y'all. It's only after a little while that you're going to see why you was crying those tears. Why God was pressing. Why God was forming you. God was molding you. He was doing something with you. So don't give up going back to your old ways. God say no. Because all that's going to do is cause you to keep going in the same cycle. And you won't be able to see what he has for you. So giving up, make it not an option. Yes, take time to rest when you need to rest. Yes, take time to reset when you need to reset. Take time when you may need to just step away. But God say, don't give up on becoming who I called you to be. Talking to y'all. As much as I'm telling y'all this, I'm in the pushing too. I worked today, y'all. I cooked today as a mother. I'm about to do some other stuff, but I knew I had to show up for y'all. Especially right before I got on here. I said, today is Green Day, God. And you gave me this title. It's go time. So he has a way of giving you like enthusiasm about what you do. I didn't recognize that today I had on my green. We got on green today, St. Patrick's Day, and it's go time. So what does that look like for you? God say he's giving you the green light. Go forth. Y'all be blessed on tonight. Brother Keith, I appreciate you taking care of these comments. And you get ready, Brother Barnes, to keep on just being a part of this Victorious Ones team. Because one day we going to really need it. Because the more God keep growing this vision, I know you going to be needed. And your assignment is going to be whatever God lead it to be. At this time, you taking care of these comments for me. I appreciate it. Because this thing come with not being understood and it got to be guarded. So I appreciate you coming in here. Because if you didn't know this, Brother Keith, that's servanthood. You taking care of the comments when I'm up here literally staying focused on the word, I appreciate that. So I wanted to tell you that servanthood, that you do that, and I appreciate you taking care of those comments for me on tonight. Armstead, once again, I appreciate that you joined tonight's live, and you are victorious one now. So you continue to come on the lives. I love seeing y'all come up here. It just gives me joy knowing that y'all are growing and becoming. All right, y'all be blessed. It has been y'all motivational speaker for the kingdom of God, Monica Stokes. Y'all grow forth. Yes, y'all be blessed, y'all.